Christ Triumphant, September 7th, Daily Devotional by Ellen G. White. Christ wants us to bear fruit by working for him. Every branch in me that beareth not fruit, he taketh away. And every branch that beareth fruit, he purgeth it, that it may bring forth more fruit. John chapter 15, verse 2. I'm thinking about the lesson that Christ gave to his disciples just prior to his entering the Garden of Gethsemane, knowing it would be his last opportunity to instruct his disciples before his crucifixion. He says to them, as he points to a vine, and the vine is something that the Jews greatly prized and respected and considered very beautiful, I am the true vine, and my Father is the husbandman. Every branch in me that beareth not fruit, he taketh away. John chapter 15, verses 1 and 2. Now here is something for us to study. We have our opportunities now to bear fruit. We can reveal that we are fruit-bearing branches of the vine. And if we go on now in a careless and indifferent manner, then what will be our position? He tells us he will take us away, for we cannot do anything without Christ. And if we are as a dead branch, and do not draw sap and nourishment from the living vine, we shall become withered branches. He says that every branch that beareth fruit, he purgeth it, pruneth it, that it may bring forth more fruit. We have the enemy in our world to contend with. We have the powers of darkness to meet. We have to be in this conflict as long as time shall last. Our Savior was in the conflict with the powers of darkness, and the powers of darkness were in conflict with him. Even after he entered our world, Satan was in conflict with him. And then just as soon as his reasoning powers were exercised, he was in conflict with the powers of darkness. His very coming, as a babe in Bethlehem, was to set up a standard against the enemy. And when he went away, what did he do? Who is to take up the controversy? Who are the visible ones who are to take up the controversy here in this world and carry it through to the very end? They are those who are Christ's followers, every soul of them. It is not merely the delegated ministers. There is where our people make a grand mistake. They seem to think that day by day, hour by hour, minute by minute, in the conflict, the ministers must take care of them. It belongs to every soul of us. We do not know what work God has for us to do. If we have only the one talent, and we begin to put that to the exchangers, and then we begin to work with that one talent, and God sees that we are faithful in that which is least, then he will give us another talent. And thus the talent keeps increasing and growing, and the more we put it to the exchangers, the more talents we have to employ to the glory of God.